Like my new lighter?
Now, I do have movement,
a
right?
Maurice key.
Do I have movement like
I
this?
swear I can't work like this. I can't.
Because I'm going to move. I'm
like
going to move quite a bit.
Can't work
I
like
can't work like this.
And everybody,
You're free.
Give a clap, please.
What are you drinking?
Red wine.
Is it
couple.
He's not a wino. Okay.
Well, it's better than hard liquor. Hard liquor, I'll get too crazy.
No. First kiss. First kiss.
Not counting my mother.
Not counting your mother.
Because you do. That's your first kiss. I mean,
That's
your
true.
first on the
You don't
cheek.
kiss your mother on the mouth. I've seen people kiss their mother's mouth, and I think it's weird.
That's an Italian thing, I
No,
think.
it is not.
Jewish? Maybe
What's
Jewish
wrong
thing.
with Italians? We don't kiss on the mouth.
No, the men. Don't the men in Europe? Europe, they kiss on the mouth.
Really?
I've seen them. The mobsters.
They do not. They kiss
Monsters?
on the... Italian men do not kiss on the mouth. Italian men kiss on the cheek.
No, I know that, but I thought when they're
That's
real...
the baci di tutti baci. That's when That's when somebody's going to kill you.
Well,
They
okay.
kiss you on the mouth.
Okay, so there you go.
Okay, but let's not say that Italian men kiss on the mouth.
But you got Lebanese in you, right?
Yeah,
So
of course.
don't they kiss on the mouth?
No.
No,
Oh, okay.
the Lebanese don't kiss. So what's your first? Tell me what's your first kiss?
I'd rather talk about my first Kiss concert, but
Go. What's your
No,
first? Go to concert.
My
Go to first concert.
My first concert was, Rick Derringer. Remember?
Rock and roll hoochie coo.
Yeah, Rock and Roll Hoochie.
Oh my God.
We had a little club where I grew up.
Yeah, right.
They people would come through Pittsburgh or Cleveland, and there was a chain called the Agora that was designed to be mid-level markets.
I don't think
It
we
was a
need that
great-
much
It was
detail,
a great
by
idea.
the way. Just the concert.
Well, it
What?
was Rick
I
Derringer.
don't think we need that much detail.
Yeah, I didn't know what he was talking about.
I had no
But
idea
go ahead.
either.
Well, but they had a chain around the country, but
A chain of what? Like a
Agora,
big chain?
the theater.
But the way you
I
describe
saw
it, Joe, there was like a big chain around
Oh,
the
well, it
country.
was a chain of theaters.
Chain of theaters.
But right when they
They can
really
edit some
got
of this
going,
out, right?
the industry cut the tour budget, so it was bad timing.
Okay.
But
That's
Rick
it?
Derringer. No, I was always underage when I went down there. It was in downtown Youngstown, and I can remember.
Well, you remember. let me tell you where I went. I went to the Forum on a concert, and I have no idea what I saw. It's the only concert I ever went to in my life. I was 17 years old.
You don't remember what you saw?
I have no idea. I know it was a big group. It was probably 1975.
Why did you go if you don't remember?
Because my girlfriend Sandy wanted me to go, and I had a '65 Mustang.
How could you not know what the concert was?
It was. Well, you know how long ago that was?
Were you
like
like
82 years old.
35 years old?
I was 40, and my parents.
So, but wait a
dropped me
minute.
off.
How could you not know what concert it was?
I really
You
don't
went to a
remember.
concert. Were you drinking?
No, I was no, I wasn't
But how
drinking.
could you not know what the concert was?
I honestly,
Is this when you first time you held a lighter up in there?
I held a lighter.
so if the show was there, were you like this the whole time?
it was some group, and I was not into that many group things.
It was
And
Cream.
no, it could have been. I think it was Foreigner.
It was Bill Haley in the concert.
Foreigner's a 70s band.
75.
You said 65.
No, 65. I was a kid. What's wrong?
No, you
with
were not. That's
Yes,
why I say you were.
I couldn't drive at 65.
Yes,
thank
you could. You can.
That's
Okay,
Stephen
whatever.
Hagar
Oh,
song.
75.
I can't drive 55.
75. I was like 17 years old.
So in
maybe
75,
74.
Foreigner was around in 75.
I think it could have been Foreigner. It just rings a bell, but I have no idea.
What was yours? Your first concert?
But I'm not a big concert guy, so that's all I remember. I just was trying to have sex with Sandy, so I took her all the way to the Forum.
You went to the Forum to see it?
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
You
Well,
know,
that's a good story. What color? Are you driving a 65 Mustang?
I had a '65 Mustang that my dad bought me.
What color was
It was white with red interior.
it? Very nice.
It was a 6-cylinder with a 4-speed. Most of the 6 cylinders didn't come with 4 speeds.
Very unmarked Jones-like.
Well, you know, at one time
I went to see. My brother took me to see Chuck Berry.
Really?
He was doing. Remember when he got in trouble with the IRS?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was doing concerts to pay off
Yeah.
his IRS debt, and it was at the Fort Wayne Theater in Brooklyn. And remember this song, "My Dingaling"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the big hit. But I was a big Chuck Berry fan before. This must have been maybe 1970. And my brother and I had Chuck Berry albums. So I was a big Chuck Berry fan.
Don't you have a guitar? I saw one of your guitars like him. Don't you have one of his style at ES?
I do.
guitar?
It's a
Yeah.
red with the gold
Yeah.
pickups and all that. And
That's nice.
it looks exactly like his guitar. I don't know where it is. It's in my probably.
Well, George,
In my attic
you were in the
somewhere.
music business, so you probably went to concerts
I did
constantly.
a lot.
Best show you ever went to? It's the best show. Come on, you could just on top of your head.
DC Talk.
What? Who?
It's a Christian band called
DC
DC Talk. They blew my mind. I was totally unexpected. Yeah, I had to go. I was obligated for my job, and I went. I knew nothing about it, and I could not believe my eyes.
Or your ears.
Yeah, it was incredible. And I've seen.
Were you wearing
giant
that
bands
shirt?
in
Were you
small-
wearing that shirt?
Yeah, but it was
'Cause-
it was better iron.
Because I wanted to talk to you about that shirt. I just, but we'll do that another time.
You know, you like my tablecloth shirts.
I don't know what it is, but it's okay.
Wait. So, I think a band we know.
I'm a big Ian Hunter fan. I saw Ian Hunter and Todd Rundgren tour.
Ian Hunter is
Used to be in Montahoop.
Locomotive. Wait,
Monta-
who's the guy? Who's
Oh.
the guy in Ian?
That's you're thinking of Jethro Tull. Ian
Oh, that's
Anderson.
Locomotive Breath
Yeah.
and Aqualung. I never understood
Yeah.
Aqualung. Aqualung, my friend, don't you start away and easy.
They toured to support somebody that was running for president in like the 70s. I can't remember who it was, and I went to see him, and I loved it.
My friend, what my friend, can I mention names? Should I mention?
Sure.
Stephen Forlano was a friend of mine, and there was one other guy in his basement. And
he's an asshole,
And he's what?
He's an asshole.
No.
I know him well.
No, he's a great. You know what he had? He had in his basement. I think he became a dentist. He had one of those train sets with the slot cars.
Oh, yeah.
Incorporated in it.
Oh, really?
It was fantastic. It was anyway. He played Roundabout by Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like for a week. The same song over and over and over. We go to his house, listen to it over and over. And that's where the first time I heard Bread.
Did he perform
Oh,
it, or he was
Red, one of
playing
my
the
No,
record?
he was playing the record.
Oh, okay.
And and then he played a Bread song,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the song that when I was dating a girl named Mary Ellen back in Brooklyn.
I dated her too.
Did you? No, she was.
I
She
love
was-
Bread.
That was your first kiss, sir?
No, it was not.
Oh, all right.
Bread was sad songs, and I love sad songs.
We moved on from Bread.
Okay,
We
we're
got,
going forward. Oh, your
No,
first kiss.
My first kiss
Yeah.
was a girl named Lucille. Lived on my block. It happened in John Leary, who passed away, his basement. John Leary was. Everybody on my block was either Italian, 90% Italian, maybe some Italian Irish, and maybe a Polish person. That was it. John, really?
Sorry.
Middle of a story?
I'm listening.
So,
Okay, we'll put the cap on.
this is an odd thing that he's drinking out of a brown bag, and we'll tell you why at some point. But anyway, I kissed her in John Leary's basement. He had the black lights on with the Santana posters. He had remember the Beatle poster of the four of them,
Yeah.
from '69 with the long hair. He had that and some other crap, and
There was a Beatle poster where there were 5? You said there were 4 of them. Weren't there always 4 Beatles? You said the Beatles, the poster with the 4 of them. I thought it was a joke I was trying to make, but I guess it
Go ahead,
didn't-
tell your story.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. Mine is really I kissed a girl named Leslie Upchurch. She may still be around. In Woodland Hills, where Ralph's Market is,
What
the
was
one
what
near
was
Taft
there?
High
What was
School. I
there?
went to Taft High School.
Well, what was there?
It was a supermarket. It was like Lucky's.
Really?
Again, this was
That's
like
sad.
So, yeah, and I remember
hate that.
In the back. I went in the back where they load the trucks and stuff. They had a bunch of trash cans, and her girlfriend and me went there, and her girlfriend said, "Kiss her, kiss her, kiss her," and I never kissed a girl, and I did one of those on the lip, and I just thought,
How old were you?
47. No, I was probably 16, maybe 15, but
Wow.
yeah,
I was 8.
I remember. Really?
I was 8 years old, 8 or 9 years old.
Really?
Yes.
But we remember. We remember.
remember.
Do you remember the name of the girl? First kiss. What's her name?
I think it was
Take your time.
Lori.
Okay. But we did, but isn't that for do girls? Does Leslie Upchurch remember Mark Jones.
Probably not.
She kissed the first. No, probably
No,
maybe
no, no,
wasn't
no, I
as-
disagree. I bet you they absolutely do. Because don't forget, girls kept diaries.
Oh, that's right.
Every girl, every young, when I was very young, all those girls kept diaries.
Right.
And I don't think boys do that. I don't think, you know.
I never did.
I
My
never.
sister did, but I didn't.
Yeah, that's
you're
right. My sister did, and me and my brother did, and I think she did. I just talk. You know, you imagine. I get so I get so tired of things changing. You know, like the supermarket changed, and is that me buzzing? No. And you drive and you see something, and it's. I remember driving on Ventura Boulevard in Encino. What's there now? It used to be Big Ben's. Big Ben's Records. Is it Big Ben?
Probably. Well, where Target is, it used to be.
No, it's on the north side.
How far down?
Down-
Laurel Canyon? Or-
No,
Oh,
in Tarzana.
so many things changed.
But the building is there,
Oh yeah.
and that's where I shot Zapped. I
Oh,
shot a
right.
scene from Zapped in there. Yeah, classic movie.
I went to the theaters to see Zap.
You did not.
I did.
You did not.
You know why? Because I was working on The Fall Guy, and Heather Thomas was the star of co-star of The Fall Guy. And I remember she said, I'm in a movie, and so I felt obligated to go. I think I went with Glenn Larson.
You're kidding me.
No, that's why I went. I was literally.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
No.
No,
Did
no.
you like it? It's
Well,
49 years ago.
I told her I did.
Okay.
No,
She was great.
No, look, I didn't grow up necessarily on Happy Days, but I used to see the show, and I always thought you were good. And
Do you know when I met her? I'll tell you a story when I met her. I can't remember. All I remember is I was at Paramount, and for some reason I think she was there to read for Zapped or something. Yeah. But that's where I saw those transvestites. Is transvestites okay now?
I think that's
Yeah.
okay.
Can you
It's
say
legitimate.
transvestite?
Transvestite, yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Where in the show?
The episode was, and I was very excited because the guy who was in the show with me, who played my future father-in-law, was the guy who played Arthur's future father-in-law
Oh,
in the
really?
movie Arthur. You know when he takes the thing out of the cheese.
Yeah.
He's taking the knife out of the cheese. You think he
Yeah,
wants
yeah.
some cheese? That guy. I hit it.
So it wasn't the guy in the robe at the door. It wasn't Liza's father.
No, it was the tough
all right,
guy.
Okay.
It was a tough guy. I
Yeah.
wanted to kill him. Anyway,
So
no, it was. I was on the lam or on the run from something, and I fell into a girl band, and I played the piano or whatever the heck it was. And why am I telling you?
Where did the transvestites
No,
come from?
so I get there in the morning, and I knew it was supposed to be a transvestite cross, whatever the hell the word is anymore.
In the show,
I
in
don't
the
mean to be
actual show.
insulting. I don't know what the correct word is.
I think
Cross-dresser.
A cross-dresser.
I think they're two different
So
things.
they
but-
hired a bunch of guys that worked at, I think, La Cage or Faux.
Oh, that were really.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they come in the morning, and they were dudes, and they were sitting there talking to them, and having breakfast, whatever, and then they all went in their trailers, and a couple hours later they came out. They were stunning. I mean, everything. Hips, legs,
Yeah.
boobs, face. It was incredible.
Gosh.
Anyway, I'm going to hang out with one of them in a little while. I kept in touch over all these years. Anyway, first,
So,
go.
that was the first. Well, that wasn't the first kiss, but we were talking.
No, that was
about,
the first. How
do we get into that?
was.
Uh,
No, you went to see Zapp. We looked at your first
oh,
movie
Zap!
you ever
Did
saw.
I like Zap? He put me on the spot and said, "Did I like Zap?" Of course, I loved it.
Did you
It's
ever
my
see
favorite
Zap?
movie.
I don't know if I saw all of it, but I've seen.
Oh, I've seen
Almost
I saw-
all the way
almost
through.
Okay. Well, what was your favorite movie
Of all time?
of all time?
Well, The Godfather.
Oh, not
When the men
not
kiss on the
Leprechaun.
lips.
Not
Yeah,
Leprechaun.
when the Italian guys kiss on the lips.
I'm telling you, I somewhere I think they do when they're
do
real
not.
buddies. Didn't Sopranos? I've been watching
They
Sopranos.
kiss on the cheek.
Not a little bit lip. All right, I may be wrong, but for some reason I
You're
think
not
there's
a young
culture.
man. You should know things like
But
this.
I'm a dumb man, so I'm not young, but I'm not that bright. Okay, so anyway, Zapped.
No, I'll give you my. No.
But your
First movie. First movie you ever saw. Yeah, you remember.
Oh, I do.
First movie. It was a Godzilla Gamera. I think it was Gamera Godzilla.
Gamera was the turtle.
Yeah, the spinning
And
turtle.
he spun. I
Yeah.
love Gamera.
You know what?
Wow.
There was an eclipse when we walked out of it. And
Oh, wow.
it was dark in the afternoon. It was the strangest thing. It was like, why is it dark in the afternoon? That was the only eclipse I
Oh my
remember.
God! Do you know, George? I loved those movies growing up. I watched Ghidorah, Godzilla,
The original with
Gamera,
with
Rodan,
with the
Mothra.
Godzilla was with Perry Mason.
Well,
What's
that's
his
the
name?
original.
Raymond Burr. No, it was a Japanese, and they edited William Burr. They shot
They put him
William
in it?
Burr scenes to
really?
make it work, and then released it in America.
He was never in Japan.
No, he wasn't in Japan.
We watched
and you could see it was.
one of the Godzilla movies later once with at your place, and you were talking about, like, remember it took forever, like, where's the monster? It's like it took
Oh, that was
forever.
it. Yeah, I don't get that. Every time I have these monster movies, they're friggin' dark, and there's no
It
fighting.
took forever for the
You want to see
monster to show up.
Godzilla knocking
Yeah.
shit over and going wild and
I always
killing.
wondered when Gamera spun to fly, like, you're a little kid, you're like, isn't he dizzy? It's like, it was crazy.
No, he's Gamera.
Yeah,
It's Gamera. They don't get dizzy.
It's a giant turtle.
I remember, I don't know if it's the first movie I saw, but the one that had the biggest impact on me was the original Time Machine. George Powell directed it with Rod Taylor, where the Morlocks and he did the spinning disc and the
Morlock.
Time Machine.
That's a cool movie, actually.
And as a kid, I remember my dad would drop me off, and then you could sit. I guess you could stay, right? If they had double bills, but you didn't have to go out. They had double bills. You could stay. And I remember,
we weren't supposed to, but
yeah, but I think I
No, for a
stayed.
double bill, you could stay.
No, but you could stay then and watch the third one. Watch the third one, which was the original one again. They did the first one, the second one.
Oh,
you could
then
watch
the third,
first. But I love that movie. That's what made me want to get into movies, is seeing that. And I
Really?
tried to make little time machines with spinning discs in my room at night. I'm still working
So
on it.
me and my friends, it's a true story. I'll give you their first names. Roy. Oh, I want to say it was Richie. Richie was insane. I loved him. Maniac. He's still alive. He's a good guy. Anyway, so like, I don't know if like in Brooklyn, end of your backyard, there's a little chain link fence. There was somebody else's backyard in their garage, and that guy made wine. He made homemade wine, and he had gallons of wine in his shack. So me and Richie went and stole, and it was murky. It wasn't even filtered wine. It was fermented. It was just
Like
cloudy.
prison wine.
It was like Pruno.
Pruno,
Yeah.
right.
And we took a gallon of wine. And Roy was a tall guy, and he had a hoodie on, and he put the wine underneath his jacket, and we. It was almost like almost like a Little Rascals, with the little one kid on top of the other kid, and they.
Oh, with the coat?
Yeah, right. And he walks in, and we sat down,
The Little
and we
Rascals.
watched. I can't remember what movie we watched, but we drank it. Well, not all of it. I mean, we must have been 12, and we all passed out in the movie theater. All fell asleep.
so you're kissing at 8 and you're drinking at 12.
Yeah, and that was the last time. That's the last time I drank.
And he's the only guy that doesn't drink and never did drugs.
I can't. No, and we
I
passed
never
out,
did
and our mothers panicked. And
Oh,
we were
really?
asleep in the
yeah.
movie
They
theater.
found you
Yeah.
passed out.
We
My-
must.
my-
I bet you we had this much wine.
You should have
each.
said, that was a terrible movie.
Oh, speaking of wine, do you guys remember the first or the worst drunk? The time where you almost died, almost passed out. Do you remember that moment of the time you got the drunkest in your life?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I remember. I was doing a personal appearance somewhere, I think it was in Texas with some other actors. And to this day, you guys know, I have no tolerance for any alcohol.
You drink
I
that
ju-
much
I,
wine and you're
my
done
whole
for the
life
night.
I've been that way. I can't drink. I have no the constitution for it.
It's called weak.
Whatever you want to call it. So, the show got over late, and we were in the airport in Texas. I don't remember which city we were in, and they put us up in the lounge, and the lounge was empty. I mean, there was no workers, nothing, but the bar was there. So, I'd seen my dad mix a pitcher of martinis. So I was probably 17, maybe 18 years old, and I mixed they had gin and vermouth.
You swing the amounts.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, I just did it, and I had like, I don't know. They tasted interesting to me, and I think I had 2 or 3 of them. And now I probably weighed back then 115 pounds. And
That's why you love olives now.
I
Right?
love olives. and we get on the plane, and I'm sitting with my brother, and about halfway through the flight, I went, oh God. And I ran to the bathroom, and I wallpapered the bathroom.
Wow.
Oh.
And then I just collapsed on the floor.
Huh.
And my brother started panicking because he didn't think I got on the plane. I was sitting next to him, but he might have had a couple of, I don't know what he was doing. But everybody started panicking. They didn't know where I was. And there's a way to open those doors on the plane, and I came falling out. And I was awake, and my brother said, he doesn't fly well. And he picked me up, and he sat me in my seat. Oh God, it was you.
I remember.
Yesterday,
I was.
That's it. Every day's the new drunkest I've ever been.
And
That's the drunkest
tonight
I've
will
ever
be the
been.
one I'll talk about tomorrow. No, I remember I was working at Filmation Studios. You know, they did the Archies. And,
Oh, they're all full of drugs. They're all drunks over there.
and Fat Albert and everything. I was in Xerox. I Xeroxed
You were sniffing ink.
No, I Xeroxed the cartoon shells, the cartoon drawings onto the cells, the plastic. And there was a party. It was a Friday night, and we went across the street. It was somebody's birthday, and we bought those cans at a liquor store. This had to
Cans
be,
of
this
what?
is early 70s, 75.
Well, like
75
Seaver
seems to be-
coolers?
I had Mai Tai, Bloody Mary, what's the vodka and orange juice.
Tom Collins.
I mixed them, and they were warm. We had no ice, so we were drinking them. And then I drank a Mai Tai, then I drank a Bloody Mary, then I drank a screwdriver, because we didn't know that you can't mix alcohol. And I remember I was so
How
drunk.
old were you?
Probably 18, 19. And I remember I was so drunk, my friends had to, I was living in an apartment, my friends had to throw me in my car. It was a rental car, it was a Pinto, green Pinto. And they threw me to my apartment, dragged me upstairs.
You rented a Pinto?
My 914 Porsche was in the shop.
All right.
How
But-
much do you think a Pinto was back then?
Oh, I know.
$3,000?
Oh, no.
Less? Five?
Mustangs in 1966 was $19.99, $2,000. So Pintos were probably
$4.
$1,700, $1,800. Anyway, they threw me in. I was so sick. Obviously, I went to the bathroom, throwing up. And I remember laying in my bed. The room was spinning. I literally could have died. They just threw me face down and left. So I was one of those where, thank God, I didn't. And after that, I said,
I drank every day. Hair of the
I
dog
said,
every day.
I'm not drinking for
No,
2 whole days.
right.
No, I remember to this day how horrible it was.
It's
and
a
that was my
horrible
worst
feeling.
drunk. George?
I still think it was food, but
It's never food.
There
No,
used
it's never
to be
food. It's drunk. It's drinking.
a schedule of bars where I grew up. Where like Monday night you went here, Tuesday you went, and I remember going somewhere, and then when they closed, you'd go to a restaurant that's open all night. It's like an IHOP here, but it was a Perkins. I don't know if we have Perkins out here.
No, we don't have Perkins in
And
California.
I remember.
Was it a
I don't-
chain?
Yeah,
Was it a chain?
It was like a
chain.
pancake house.
It was like the theaters. A lot of
Right.
chains in Ohio.
Right, but they had. I remember. I don't know why I had a lot to drink, but I got fried shrimp and steak
Nice.
at a pancake place. To eat. And I went home and I was sick as a dog, and I remember running out of the bed and waiting to vomit in the toilet. And I remember then waking up when my head hit the toilet. I fell.
Oh,
I passed
wow.
out real quick, and it made this like thunk sound, and I got up and I was walking out of the bathroom, and my parents were standing there because they heard it. And they go, "Are you okay?" And I go, "I'm fine." And my dad goes, "There's blood running down your forehead because my head."
Oh,
had
my
hit the-
God.
And there was this like, I had split my head open. There's blood coming down. I go, "I'm fine." he was laughing a little bit, but I remember. I think I went and got stitches in the morning.
But,
Nice.
but you remember, so that wasn't a drunk,
But
though.
I think it was the food. I actually think it was the food.
Okay. Because the question was about drunk.
Yeah.
You know, a very good friend of mine, I haven't seen him in a bunch, anyway, great looking kid, actor. I saw him, he had a gash over here and a gash over here.
Both sides.
And I said, what the hell happened to you? He says, well, I went into the bathroom at night, I tripped and fell and hit the sink and got knocked out.
Oh my God.
And I woke up. I turned the light on. I saw what happened to this eye.
Oh, no.
I fainted, and I hit the other eye. Passed out again.
That's funny.
All right, so that was your first.
Okay.
Your first.
That was one of my rare.
First.
I didn't have
know.
that many of them.
First, we did first movie.
You were talking
You
about
said Godfather,
first
yeah.
dog.
He said best movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
first movie. That's
Well,
right.
no, that was no. You said first movie, and
then
that's
you-
the first one I really remember. I can't. My first movie I ever saw, I don't know, but that had
Well,
the
the
biggest
first one was
influence.
what?
Time Machine.
Oh, I saw it
Machine.
in 1 million BC
With Raquel Welch.
with Raquel Welch.
Wow.
Oh my God! And I met her years later.
Not as.
We don't have.
not
No,
as-
she was beautiful.
Really?
Oh my God!
She's like 75.
I have no idea. She was stunning. But
Really?
anyway, that was my first movie.
We talked about a first dog or first animal,
German Shepherd.
favorite. I mean, we all have a favorite animal, but I've had so many. I love animals. I have dogs and cats. And,
Yeah,
are there
I had
aliens?
dogs. What?
Are there aliens?
No.
You
I can't talk anymore.
See at my nose with the